Hi, boys and girls, and it's Mr. Lin. I'm back. Guess what? I've got a poem that I want to share with you. It's a little bit different than what we have been listening to in the last few days because this poem is a little bit different. It's not the fun, free spirited poem that we're so used to. In fact, this is a poem that's about a friend who's sad about not being able to see his other friend. It's springtime, and springtime's supposed to be beautiful. And no matter how beautiful the month of April is, and how awesome it should be, and how happy this friend ought to be, he can't be. He doesn't feel like being happy because honestly, he just misses his friend. I think that's a feeling that sometimes we all have, especially during the pandemic. But here's the interesting thing about this poem. It's written by a guy named William Shakespeare. You may or may not have heard of him. If you haven't heard of him, I can't blame you because he lived a long time ago. You see, this poem is not just a year old or 2 years old or 5 years old or 10. It's not 15 or 20 or 25 or 40 or 45 or 50. It's older than 70 years old, and it's older than 90 years old. It's older than 10 years old. Yeah. It's older than 15, older than 20, 30, 50. It's older than 70, 80, 90. It's older than 100 years old. It's older than 200 years old. It's older than 300 years old. It's older than 350 years old. It's older than 400 years old. It's older than 420 years old. It's almost 450 years old. And because it's 450 years old, it's actually older than our country, America. So here it is. It might not make all that much sense to you because people wrote and talked differently back then. But here it is. It's called Sonnet 98. From you I have been absent in the spring, when proud-pied April, dressed in all his trim, hath put a spirit of youth in everything. That heavy Saturn laughed and leapt with him, yet nor the lays of birds, nor the sweet smell of different flowers in odor and in hue, could make me any summer's story tell, or from their proud lap pluck them where they grew. Nor did I wonder at the lily's white, nor praise the deep vermilion in the rose. They were but sweet, but figures of delight, drawn after you, you pattern of all those. Yet seemed it winter still, and you away, as with your shadow, I with these did play. Everything that this friend was playing with reminded him of the shadow or of his friend. That's a sad poem, a little bit, but I think it sounds kind of nice. All right. Happy Poetry Month. See you around.